This is one of the biggest issues of the 2024 election, and it is growing in popularity and importance. Joining us now is Vani Hari, the food babe, author and activist who is leading a movement to make America healthy again with a very important event coming up soon in Michigan. Vani, welcome to the program. Please introduce yourself and tell our audience all about it.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, Charlie. My name is Vani Hari. I'm the founder of Food Babe. I'm an author and activist, and I've been fighting for safe food for now what feels like most of my life. And it all started when I hit rock bottom and I took out the additives and all of the harmful preservatives and the synthetic chemicals from my diet. And I started to realize a level of health that I never thought was possible. And I want that for all of my fellow Americans. And so I started to share this information on my blog, Food Babe. And it was quite incredible because I realized there's a community of people out there that not only care about their own health, they care enough to actually share this information in a very viral fashion. And as a result, was able to get major multi-billion-dollar food corporations to change their policies and remove harmful chemicals from their food. Places like Kraft removing artificial food dyes in the mac and cheese, Subway removing harmful chemicals that are chemicals that we would find in yoga mats and shoe rubber. Getting the beer companies to release what's actually in beer and understanding what the ingredients are behind a beer label. For so long, we didn't know what was in a can of Bud Light or Miller Coors. And now our fight is with Kellogg's. Kellogg's in 2015 said that they were going to remove artificial food dyes in their products. They got a lot of fanfare. They were celebrated all over the mainstream media for this announcement. And instead, they have not done that. They said they would do this change by 2018. And there's nobody holding this company accountable. Instead, they still serve their mainstay cereal Fruit Loops with artificial food dyes. They sell 91 million boxes of Fruit Loops every single day here in America. Little children, it's up to like almost a fifth of little children having maybe one bowl of this cereal a week. It's insane the amount of Fruit Loops that they're selling, but also not only do they continue to use the artificial dyes here in the United States, they're not using the artificial dyes in other countries like Canada, Australia, all of Europe, India. So they're poisoning their own American citizens with these chemicals that are linked to health issues. Back in 2010, there was a Southampton study that came out that was linking artificial dyes to hyperactivity in children. And that's when the European Union said, you know what, no longer are we going to allow food manufacturers to use this just unregulated. So we're going to enact a warning label that states may cause adverse effects on activity and attention in children. So anytime a food manufacturer used an artificial food dye in Europe, they needed to put this warning label. Well, you know what Kellogg's did, and a lot of other food manufacturers for that matter did? They took out the artificial dyes and added things like carrot juice and blueberry juice and watermelon juice and paprika instead of using the artificial dyes, so they would avoid the warning label. But instead of reformulating their products here in America for their own American citizens, they're an iconic American company, by the way, and they didn't. They continue to poison us. Our regulatory agencies are asleep at the wheel. The FDA allows over 10,000 chemicals in our food supply here in the United States, and there's only 400 approved for use in Europe because you have to submit safety data in Europe before a food chemical is approved for use. Here in the United States, it's the wild, wild west. The food companies themselves are submitting their own safety data and rubber stamping this across the board. And that's why we have these rising rates of chronic disease and why I believe a lot of this disease is related to the food additives in our diet because, again, of my own personal situation and all of the impacts that I've seen across the boards when people are changing their diet and removing these dyes. We are going to Kellogg's on October 15th in one of the most massive grassroots rally anyone's ever seen to hold American food companies accountable for this unethical and hypocritical behavior. This is time that Kellogg's serves Americans the same safer versions they sell in other countries.
I love this. Vani, that was so helpful. Thank you. And I just want to commend you publicly for your work and encourage you This work is going to save thousands, if not tens of thousands of lives. And we see this in our health outcomes. Again, I'm hardly an expert on this, but from what I understand, we have the fattest country in the Western industrialized world. We have the sickest country. We are actively poisoning our children with the food that we are consuming. So tell us more about, I want to go deeper into the topic, but I want to get to the action item. Tell us more about when and where and what. I'm trying to get President Trump there. I'm trying to get Bobby Kennedy there for Make America Healthy Again, because this is in the battleground state of Michigan. Are you going to Battle Creek? Are you going straight to the doorstep? What is going on? What are you doing?
So at 10:30 a.m., we are meeting at a place called Friendship Park. It's about a half a mile walk from the Kellogg's headquarters front door. We're going to be meeting there for a massive rally. We're going to have several different doctors and health leaders speaking to the people. It's going to be live streamed. So you're going to be able to watch this from your home, but we want you to come out to Michigan and be part of history. Be with us. Bring your family, bring your kids, bring the people that you love and care about that need to know about our American food supply and how poisoned it's become and what we can do to change it. We're going to have solutions there. And then after those speeches, we're going to march as a team, all of us, to Kellogg's headquarters and demand they let us in for a meeting. Now, they won't invite us all in for a meeting. I'm hoping that at least I'll get invited. Hopefully, Callie Means and Jason Karp will be invited as well, because they are stakeholders in this fight with me. I think that it's really important that we sit down with the CEO of Kellogg's. We talk about plans on what they can do to remove these chemicals immediately. This has been going on far too long. It's 2024. It's been almost a decade since they announced that they would make this change, and they have lied to us.
But why aren't they? I have to interrupt, Vani. I mean, is it just money? Is it that they don't care about our kids and they just want to try to squeeze the penny further? I mean, this is inexcusable behavior from corporate titans. Am I wrong?
It is absolutely inexcusable. It's immoral that they know that their product is causing harm to children, but don't change it. And they already have the formulations. We're not asking them to reinvent the wheel. This is something they're doing for profit for two reasons. Number one, a petroleum-based dye made from coal tar, such as yellow 5, yellow 6, red 40, is not going to break down on the shelf as fast. Also, the endocrine disrupting chemical that they're adding to the bags in America, but not in other countries, called BHT, is another preservative that they're using. So they can keep the product longer on shelf in America, and so they make more money. The second reason how they make more money is they make it a little bit brighter with the artificial food dyes. And so when you see a product, and I have them right here if you want to see them. So this is the American version. This is the Canadian version. You see that the American version is a little bit brighter. They found in focus groups that children will eat more of this product. So not only are they contributing to health issues such as hyperactivity, they're contributing to the obesity epidemic that we're seeing in our young children.